Welcome to Business Ninjas, brought to you by WriteForMe, where you'll hear from business leaders who are out there growing their business and slaying it every day. Learn from the masters. Let's get started.
Welcome to another episode of Business Ninjas. I'm happy to be here today with Alex Lucas, Marketing Manager of Genzeon. How are you today, Alex?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks for being with us. Tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, I'm a marketing manager of Genzeon now. I've been working for about 20 years in marketing, first as a video editor and animator, gradually working up as in digital marketing, both in the healthcare fields and the IT fields, until I find myself today sort of leading a marketing department in healthcare IT.
Excellent. So you started did you say animating, digital animation?
That's correct, yeah.
Oh, interesting. You started in the artistic route and ended up in the making a living route, like many of the rest of us. How's that?
Yeah, well, like so many, people in college, I was, confused a little bit about what I wanted to do with a dual major in communications and history. And so being both left and right brained, I found myself both enjoying the creative, but also some of the analytical stuff.
Well, hey, it means you bring a different perspective to sometimes I'm not going to say stale, but antiseptic marketplace. So that can only help. Tell us a little bit about Genzeon and what Genzeon does.
Sure. Genzeon is an IT services and solution provider, primarily for healthcare and retail. And that's anywhere between doing some outsourced staffing all the way up to fully intelligent automation projects, managed service provider services, anything along that continuum. But as I mentioned, it's primarily in the healthcare and retail fields, working with technology leaders in those companies.
And what sort of companies do you work best with?
We tend to work best with companies that are, probably not the largest of large, the smallest of small. So definitely in a Goldilocks world or somewhere in the middle with a lot of our the organizations we're working with. I think the best companies are ones that have some sophistication around their technology, but need help from someone that has additional experience, has additional resources that they may not have internally.
And what sort of problems are you solving for these clients?
A lot of the problems that we're solving include outdated technology stacks or different technologies that are orphaned from each other and just are not communicating very well together. So really both modernizing the applications within a company, but also making sure that they work better and or delivering better outcomes both internally, but also for whoever the end customer is, whether it be a healthcare patient or it's a retail consumer.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us a little bit about the origin of the company. How did the company start?
Sure. Well, our founder, Venkat Samalad, he started the company in 2009, coming from an organization called Allscripts, which is, a health technology company that works along with electronic health records. And a couple other of the people he worked with there also joined the company. And they wanted to, outside of just that one sort of use case in healthcare, really want to find ways to make healthcare applications and businesses be able to talk better together, to be able to solve real world problems in healthcare and really fix some of the interoperability problems that plagued healthcare for such a long time.
Excellent. And how does your company generate revenue? Is this a subscription model or these contracts?
Oh, I mean, we will accept revenue however you'd like to give it to us, but no,
That's a good policy.
Yeah. And that's partly a jest. We do, both project-based, so it could be a one-off project. We do consulting, so it could just be conversations to try to help our clients to find better ways to do things. We have subscription model where it is, you're doing for a managed service provider. We have licenses as well through our privacy and security platform, Compliance Pro Solutions. but also through some of our other APIs that we're building as well to help streamline healthcare interoperability.
Excellent. And tell me about the last couple of years. Has the pandemic created challenges or more opportunities for growth for your company?
That's an excellent question. And in all honesty, I've been here only about 8 or 9 months for the company. But looking into my crystal ball and hearing about the company, I can certainly say that the pandemic has, any IT company, I think, no matter, whenever there's change, it creates opportunity.
Of course.
IT is constantly evolving, and so there are always things that break. There are always things that need to be smoothed out to work with different types of hardware. So there is a pretty steady increase in the opportunity. Now, whether the companies that we work with have budget for us or for others, that can go up and down, but there's always more opportunities to make things more efficient and to improve the experience for others.
Let's talk for a second about content marketing and what it has done for your company.
Yeah, I think content marketing is something that we weren't very concerned about for a long time. We've always sort of worked on referrals and on networking and stuff like that. Since I came on, and I came on partly to build that kind of content marketing, what we found is that the people that are already in our network really appreciate getting thoughts from our thought leaders and learning some new things, learning about what other people in the industry are doing. But more than that, we found through promoting different content through strategic advertisements, we've really brought in a whole new audience that has never heard of us. And so it's been very helpful to see, 75% of people joining a webinar are not familiar with who we are. They never knew about us before, but whatever we're talking about, somehow it's really striking a nerve. It's really the right topic for the times, and we're providing value where they want to continue that conversation.
Well, for the people that don't know enough about Genzeon, what's your elevator pitch? You got 30 seconds. Hit me. What is Genzeon?
Genzeon is an IT services and solutions provider for the healthcare and retail markets. And our vision is dreaming big and delivering excellence, where we take what you may need and we think about different ways that we can improve your outcomes through technology, but also through our people and connecting those two things together.
Excellent. And what's something you'd like to be celebrating 1 year from now?
I would love to be celebrating. I don't think there's any one thing that I want to celebrate, but I would like to be looking back and seeing just seeing the marketing and content marketing specifically really running full steam, where we're producing really good quality content that's not just about bringing in new leads, but it's touching people in other ways. There's something very heartwarming as a marketer to see that it has a real world experience, not just about filling the sales funnel. But it really is like people are getting something out of it. And frankly, that's what content marketing should be doing, is really be about the end user experience. Though often marketing gets its budget because it will fill the sales funnel.
Well, you are speaking my language, my friend, and I appreciate that. What is your company's URL and how can people find you? What social media channels are you using?
Sure. Thank you for asking. So we are at www.genzeon.com. It's GENZEON.com. You can also find us at complianceprosolutions.com. We are on LinkedIn and Twitter, and we also have presences on Facebook and Instagram, though most of our content you will find generally on LinkedIn and Twitter.
Alex Lucas of Genzeon, thank you for spending some time with me. It's lovely to have a chat. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be here today.